All right, my loves, we're going to go on to page 7. So we're going to start up here. We'll need our highlighter again. And let's get started. So our notes tell us that a command, we're going to highlight that, is a sentence that tells or asks someone to do something. It ends with a period. Okay, so it tells or asks someone to do something. And it ends with a period. Those are important parts, so we highlight that. Ooh, the word you is understood. What does that mean? Well, that means you just have to kind of understand that the speaker is speaking directly to someone. And it could be you, or it could be a character in a book or a story, but it's understood that the speaker is addressing another person, okay? So here's comparing, okay? This would be a statement. It's telling you something. I read the letter. That's just a statement that's telling you I read the letter. However, if you're commanding someone using the same idea, you would say, read the letter. It's understood that the person is talking to someone and they might say, hey, you, read the letter. But they're not going to say that part. They're just going to say, read the letter, okay? Someone who gives you probably a lot of commands throughout your day would be your teacher. So just listen for when your teacher gives a command. You probably hear them a lot. You just didn't realize it. All right, so let's practice this. We'll go down to our exercise. It says, tell if each sentence is a statement or a command, okay? Then write each sentence correctly. So let's start first with number 1. It says, check the mail. Well, that sounds like something a person might tell me to do. It sounds like a command. It also reminds me of read the letter. So this is definitely a command. So I'm going to write C here. Okay. I am not going to rewrite the whole sentence, but I am going to put an end mark, and I'm going to capitalize that first letter C. Okay. Let's look at number 2. I will leave the letters on the table. The first thing I'm going to ask myself is, does this sound like one person telling another person to do something? Is it a command? No, it doesn't. It sounds like this person is just telling you about what they did or what they will do. So this is just a statement. All right, so we're going to write S over here to give ourselves room for marks, and then we're going to capitalize I. We always capitalize I, but especially when it's the beginning of a sentence. And then it's telling us something, so we're going to put a period there. And that's all we need to do on this sheet. All right, I will read the rest to you. You will do the same thing. You'll make the corrections necessary and tell if it is a statement or a command. All right, pause if you need to. Go back and listen if you need to. Here we go. Number 3, listen to this letter. Number 4, she will tell me what to write. Number 5, bring me an envelope. Number 6, John found that address for me. Number 7, Tina has stamps. And number 8, drop the letter in the mailbox. Once you have completed all of these and gone back to check your work, you are done with this page. All right. Let's take a look at page 8 in your packet. You're going to need a highlighter again. This page is reviewing exclamations. So we're going to highlight exclamation, and an exclamation shows strong feeling. So strong feeling is something that I can highlight to help me remember what that means. And it ends with an exclamation mark. Okay, I'm even going to draw that over here with my highlighter. It's very exciting. And then our sample sentence says, what great news! You can almost hear someone yelling this. If you can imagine someone yelling this in a situation, it could probably have an exclamation point at the end. All right. So our instructions say, add a word from the box to make each group of words an exclamation. Then write the sentence correctly. So what we're going to do is just cross this part out because I'm not trying to have you guys do a lot of writing for this. This is more just do you know it? And we'll worry about the fill in the blank part and adding the correct punctuation at the end, okay? So our choices are great, see, hey, to, look, what, quick, wow, okay? So I'm going to take a look at number 1. It says blank. There's a letter for you. All right. There's a couple of options that could fit here. And I think I'm going to pick some of them could fit but aren't the best fit. I'm imagining what's most likely is someone say, hey, there's a letter for you. So I'm going to put hey, and it's capitalized. And I'm going to put the end mark right there. One of the ways I knew that it could be hey is because hey has a capital letter and I need something for the beginning of a sentence. Okay. Number 2 says blank, a surprise. I need something with a capital letter because it's coming at the beginning. So that's going to eliminate great C2. And I know that a common phrase that people say is, what a surprise. So I'm going to choose what? What a surprise! Exclamation point. Okay. And I've used hey and I've used what. So I'm putting check marks on those. For the rest, I will read them to you and you will make the best choice from the box. So let me read these to you one more time just so you can hear them. Great, see, to, as in also, look, quick, and wow are what we have left over. So we have blank, open the envelope. Blank, it's from Aunt Kara. Blank, she has a new puppy. That's blank. There's a picture, blank, and let me blank. And all of these are going to be exclamations. Now, if you find that as you go, you need to swap these around to make them make more sense, that's okay. I don't know if these two are the absolute correct answer for this. It could be flexible. So if you need to use hey later on in one of these and use something different up in number 1, it's okay to change them. Just use your best judgment. But if you have too much trouble with it, just make your best effort and we'll work it out later on when I check your work. Because a lot of these things could be used in multiple places and I don't want you to overthink it. All right, so once you're done, go back and check your work, make sure you like what you did, and you're done with this page. All right, my loves, we are on our last practice page for this skill, reviewing types of sentences. So we just have a little quick review. We're going to be working with commands and exclamations on this page. As a reminder, a command tells or asks someone to do something. Pick up that pencil, take out the trash, like that. An exclamation shows strong feeling. Okay? A command ends with a period, and an exclamation ends with an exclamation point. So go ahead and mark your notes, and then we're going to get started. Instructions tell us after each sentence, write command, you can write a C, or exclamation, you can write an E for the kind of sentence it is. And then it wants you to rewrite the sentence. We're just going to correct it using editing marks. Use capital letters and end marks, okay? Number 1, remember to write grandfather. This definitely sounds like a person giving instructions or a command to another person. If you can imagine a parent or a teacher telling it to a kid as something they need to do, then it is most likely a command, and this is. So she's saying, remember to write grandfather. The end is going to need a period. Make it nice and big so I can see it. And we need a capital letter at the beginning. Okay? Number 2, wow, I nearly forgot about that. So one of the clues that I can see is that I have this little interjection at the beginning, like we looked at on the last exercise. Anytime someone is using wow It usually means that there's some excitement going on. Also, it uses the word I, which I know commands do not, because commands are speaking directly to another person. So because it has this wow and because it uses the word I know that it is not a command, but it is an exclamation, which means it's going to need that exciting exclamation mark, and it's going to need a capital letter. You're going to do the same, 3 through 8. I will read them to you, and you can make the edits and tell me with either a C or an E what kind it is. All right, number 3. Phew, I'm glad you reminded me. So end mark, and any edits that you need to do, and the letter. Number 4, thank him for the gift. Number 5, hand me that address book. Number 6, hey, I'll send him my new school picture. Number 7, that's a great idea. And number 8, write a note on the picture. So make your best choices. Go back and re-listen if you need to. Take your time. When you've gone back to check your work and you like what you have, that is the end of this worksheet.